Welcome to The Explainer. So, have you ever caught yourself daydreaming about what it would actually be like to live with literally zero budget? Well, today we're going to look at exactly what happens when the housing market completely loses touch with reality. We are exploring the wild world of ultra-luxury real estate, focusing specifically on the most mind-boggling, astronomically expensive homes right here in the United States. Let's take our time today and really absorb just how staggering these numbers are. Okay, let's dive into this. $250 million. And no, that is absolutely not a typo. What does that kind of insane money actually buy you in today's real estate market? I mean, we are talking about a level of wealth where standard features like a nice backyard or a finished basement just don't apply anymore. Throughout this explainer, we are going to see some truly absurd amenities. I'm talking meticulously crafted private tea houses, massive sunken tennis courts, and features so lavish they completely redefine what it means to be a homeowner. So our first stop on this luxury countdown clocks in at an estimated $160 million. This jaw-dropping number belongs to the estate of Oracle founder Larry Ellison. Located right in the heart of Silicon Valley in Woodside, California, this property sets the baseline for our journey today. And let me tell you, it is quite a baseline to start from. Honestly, when you consider the sheer scale of the Ellison Estate, calling it a single house feels like a massive cheat. This Silicon Valley compound spans a staggering 23 acres of land. It is so massive and expansive that it functions way more like its own private street or an entire secluded neighborhood rather than just a traditional residence. To really wrap your head around the scale here, there are 10 separate buildings on the property. Built back in 2004 for over $200 million, we're talking a bathhouse, a sprawling pond with its own waterfall, a stunning swimming pool, a full tennis court alongside a fitness center, and 2 separate guest homes. And the entire 23-acre compound is designed with a stunning 16th century Japanese theme, featuring this extensive use of wood, bamboo, and stone everywhere. As the source material jokingly points out, with all that bamboo, let's just hope his neighbors don't own any pandas. Now, among those 10 buildings is a meticulously crafted, authentic private tea house. But here's the funny thing about this level of extreme luxury. It's a tea house, right? Not a Starbucks. So, practically speaking, either Larry Ellison or, let's be real, his personal assistant probably still has to make those mundane morning coffee runs off the property, just like the rest of us. Ellison was super committed to this vision. He actually spent a whole decade meticulously buying up adjacent land parcels just to get enough space to build this estate. Our source material hilariously notes that he basically built this so he could cosplay as a samurai or a ninja right in his own backyard. But of course, this 16th century shogunate palace comes fully equipped with all the conveniences of 21st century indoor plumbing. It's a total architectural marvel. But hey, before we move up the price ladder and see how this builds, make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this guided tour of American homes that absolutely none of us can afford. Your support really helps keep these explainers coming. All right, we are stepping slightly up the price ladder now, crossing into the $165 million mark. This mind-bending estimated value brings us to the doorstep of our next jaw-dropping property, owned by none other than the ultimate music power couple, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Welcome to their Malibu dream house. After a grueling 7-year hunt to find the absolute perfect California home, they finally landed on this one, buying it in 2021 for a reported $115 million. It's this massive, glass-walled, cliffside architectural marvel facing the beautiful Pacific Ocean, and it spans an unbelievable 17,700 square feet. Let's just take a deliberate look at what actually fits inside a space that huge. The amenities are staggering. We're talking a full gym and wellness spa, basketball and various sports courts, 10 luxurious bedrooms, and a garage designed to hold 15 cars. But maybe the craziest feature here? 4 pools. The sheer ridiculous scale of needing 4 entirely separate swimming pools at one single house really puts this level of wealth into perspective. Now, what's really interesting is the unique set of problems that come with this kind of property. We all know the normal struggle of circling the block for a street parking spot, right? But think about the billionaire version of this. They have a massive 15-car garage, which is amazing. But as the source jokingly points out, if their luxury car collection grows, they might actually have to rely on street parking for that 16th Maserati. There's also this fantastic little detail from our source material regarding the home's design. The estate is heavily defined by its massive, sweeping glass walls that look out over the ocean. But given Beyonce's famously powerful vocal range, you kind of have to wonder, isn't there a danger she's going to hit a super high note while rehearsing at home and just blow all those expensive glass windows right out into the Pacific? It is an incredibly impressive, towering sight for sure. Real quick, before we move on to reveal the absolute peak of our list, the ultimate record-breaking American mega mansion, take a quick second to share this explainer with a friend or a real estate fan who just loves this kind of unbelievable architecture. All right, brace yourselves because we are making a massive leap up the price ladder now. We have officially arrived at the final most expensive property on our American countdown. $248 million. This unbelievable figure belongs to an estate known as Fairfield Pond, owned by billionaire Ira Rennert. Located out in the Hamptons in Sagaponack, New York, this isn't just an expensive house. It represents America's biggest home sale ever, officially setting that record in 2021. For nearly $250 million, you're getting 63 acres of prime, ultra-exclusive Hamptons oceanfront property. And our source actually calls this the ultimate fixer-upper investment, which sounds completely insane until you see the financials behind it. Let's just look at the massive footprint of what almost $250 million buys you. The main residence alone is 21,000 square feet. It comes with 2 full guest houses and extensive stables. The grounds feature a beautifully sunken tennis court, and thankfully, the property also features a massive swimming pool that is entirely separate from that sunken tennis court, because obviously nobody wants to play tennis underwater. So, the crucial point is, what is the deal with billionaires and bowling? Because, of course, Fairfield Pond famously includes its very own private bowling alley. As our source rightfully questions, why do all these mega mansions have them? Do ultra-wealthy people genuinely just love to bowl that much? It seriously seems to be the universal, mandatory checkbox you have to tick for crossing into the $100 million real estate club. Now, I mentioned earlier that this was considered the ultimate fixer-upper investment. Here is why. Developer Michael Davis bought this oceanfront land just 5 years prior to the record sale. His purchase price? $103 million. By developing the property and selling it in 2021 for $248 million, he managed to more than double its incredible value in just half a decade. I mean, that is a breathtaking return on investment. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer scale of that final sale. You've got the Oracle founder's incredible $160 million estate and music royalties' $165 million cliffside mansion, basically neck and neck. But Fairfield Pond completely dwarfs them both, rocketing up to nearly $250 million and cementing its place in American real estate history. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this question, just based on the sheer absurdity of these amenities. If you had endless wealth, which of these would you rather have? Your own beautifully crafted private tea house, an estate with 4 separate swimming pools, or a mandatory private bowling alley? It is such a fascinating glimpse into how the top 0.01% lives. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this incredible real estate. Please remember to subscribe for more deep dives, and I will see you in the next explainer.